Well, hello there. A little surprise meeting this guy today here at the Michigan Heroes Museum, formerly the Michigan Military and Space Museum on Weiss Street in Frankenmuth, Michigan, a little bit northeast of Bronner's and the Bavarian Splash Pad Water Park. The old sign out front says Military and Space Museum, but you'll see it clearly because of the Korean era vintage jet fighter out front. And as you turn onto Patriot Way, which is a little side street that ends to the parking lot, you'll be confronted with a large motorized tank. There's a large handicapped accessible parking lot in the back, plenty of room for all of your parking needs, and you'll come up the sidewalk to the main entrance and go in through here. It's a great museum. I recommend calling first or checking the website to see what their current hours are. There's discounts for senior citizens, military veterans, and children. And topics here at the museum begin with the Spanish-American War and go right on through World War I. The large section, fairly large section, devoted to the polar bears military campaign at the end of World War I in Russia. And there's a lot of artifacts and information about the polar bears here. I did a video about a year ago at the Polar Bear Monument at Whitechapel Cemetery in Troy, Michigan. So we wander through here. We move on from World War I to World War II and Korea, then Vietnam, the wars on terror, the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, along with a large display of artifacts and biographies related to the Air and Space program from NASA, of which there is a surprisingly large number of astronauts who hail from here in Michigan, which is kind of surprising to me. I never realized there were so many astronauts from Michigan. The World War II era exhibit features a large collection of artifacts and war trophies that servicemen brought home after defeating the German and Japanese armies in their respective combat operations, and the trophies that the people of American soldiers brought home are displayed in a couple of cases here. And those are quite interesting to see too. Little snippets of the lives of the enemy soldiers through the items that were taken from him on the battlefield. The museum actually showcases individual veterans who were from Michigan who served in these various wars. There are appropriately themed weapons, personal items, grooming things, uniforms, legal documents, paperwork related to those veterans. And it's quite an amazing display to walk through and see all of the detailed biographical information about so many different Michigan military veterans. And here's some samples here of the various uniforms you'll see of the soldiers. And it's really nice to see a wide variety of the service branches covered. Everyone from privates right up to generals are included here. Some of the more specialized exhibits include tributes to African American soldiers of different ranks and different occupations, Native Americans who served in the military, and the women soldiers developed at the Women's Army and Air Corps during World War II are highly represented here as well. We also see some individual stories that are quite interesting and sad. The final U.S. soldier to die in Vietnam is here as well. He was killed just hours before the ceasefire went into effect. A lot of the stories will be familiar to you if you've watched a lot of war movies or studied history or read some biographies and history accounts of the different wars. There's a whole room dedicated to Medal of Honor recipients, the vast majority of whom paid the ultimate sacrifice in their military careers and gave their lives to support their comrades. And they also say they have the largest collection of personal documents related to Medal of Honor winners anywhere in one place. I'm going to stop talking for a few minutes and just let you scroll through some of the displays here as we pan the camera. This is where we begin the tour of the Astronaut Section of the museum. I also found this tribute to Sergeant First Class Donald Moyer from Pontiac area of Michigan. And I've always been curious about him because his gravesite lies just 2 or 3 spots over from my uncle's gravesite.
I realized this is slowing me up, so I got out of the open because I could run back.
I thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and we will see you soon. Bye for now.